Hey, good morning, everybody. John here with FNP Wargamers, and this is the FNP Morning Show. Hope you all have done or are doing well. I mean, since we last talked about 24 hours ago, um, not a lot has changed in the world right now. Everybody's still on lockdown. There is that increase in number of patients or people that are infected with the coronavirus. As they said it was going to happen, we're going to see it spike before we see it dip down. So don't be super alarmed. Just keep maintaining your quarantine, your self care with hand sanitizer, thoroughly washing your hands, do the social distancing, do everything you're supposed to be doing. Don't chance it. You don't need to be passing on to other people. Some people are as I said before, are not even showing signs of infection and or symptoms or anything, and they're passing it on to other people, and then weeks later, the symptoms develop. So please be careful. Good morning, Nam. How are you doing today? Sorry about the slurping part. Okay, so we're going to cover a bunch of news today. The next 2 days is going to be absolutely full of so much stuff gaming news related. So much stuff. We're going to try to cover a bunch of that stuff today. I'm going to try to direct you towards maybe your favorite games. I cannot cover every single company that's going to be putting stuff up, but we're going to talk about it at least. I am doing good. Had a wonderful night of sleep, Nam. Thanks for asking. Even after my little heart attack scare the other night, I'm doing really well. So, excuse me, and I'm not coughing because of a of an infection. I tried a new drink this morning. It's lemonade and cayenne pepper, um, and it's still like tickling the back of my throat. So now I'm trying to wash it down. Oh, so if I'm coughing, don't be alarmed. As far as I know, I don't have the coronavirus. So we got a bunch of stuff that's going to be happening today and tomorrow, probably even all the way through Sunday. So first, as usual, let's talk about Games Workshop, since that is the company and game system that we've really this channel started with TJ and Ben, John and the other John and Jonathan. So I'm going to keep up with Warhammer stuff always first. Now, here's an important thing. This is probably something we're going to be seeing with all these other companies. Asmodee, that does Marvel Crisis Protocol, and Fantasy Flight Games does Star Wars Legion and a bunch of other games. They're already putting delays until May. So Games Workshop just put out something today that are essentially talking about all the new releases that would be coming out between now and, well, pretty much all of April. Now they are saying that there's not going to be any new physical releases launched until at least May 2nd of this year. So we're pretty much going to see a month worth of previews with all this fantastic new product coming out. We're just not going to be able to touch it. We're not going to be able to access it. And even when May 2nd rolls around, this is going to be true for everything pretty much. If you're ordering anything from any company for whatever it is that you need that product for, expect delays, because people are going to be coming back to work. They're going to have backlogs of everything. It's going to be chaos as people try to get back to work, try to get some semblance of normalcy. The post offices, UPS, FedEx, DHS, I think it is, all those are going to be they are going to be overworked and understaffed. So just expect delays between now. If this thing, if game, let's just use Games Workshop thing here as our metric here. So let's say that everything is up and running by May 2nd, and all the new releases, everything is coming out. You're looking probably till the end of May that everything's going to be still disrupted. So just expect major delays for everything, every product, everything getting back in order. If you're here in the U.S., I know some of that stuff for the stimulus package is being passed. There is now being revised again. Excuse me, being revised, and it's got to go to the House and all this stuff. Even then, don't expect that to happen anytime soon. You're looking at least a month for a month or two for that to happen. So this pandemic has really ground everything to a halt, if you have not noticed. And those of you that never thought it was a serious issue, it is. Yes, the mortality rate is low, but the way that it's disrupted society, even down to the gaming community, who usually ignores all that stuff, it has affected us. First world troubles, as I like to say. So just be prepared. And if you have a favorite game, if it's not anything related with Games Workshop, then just pay attention to your Facebook page for those games and their main pages for any updates. And of course, here we're going to do our best to keep you updated for any information coming out. And we're going to be talking about a couple of these things today. So I just want to make sure you guys are aware that there's going to be a lot of delays, a lot more than what we expected. And even when the world gets back up and running, everything's still going to slow down. So tomorrow, I think this should be the last thing for Games Workshop today. Tomorrow is the first of the big previews. Tomorrow the 28th, Saturday the 28th, and then next Saturday, April 4th, we're going to be getting our previews online. And they were very nice to put the blog out there so you can figure out your own time zone thing. We are going to be covering it here I'll probably start watching the Twitch live off to the side, but as soon as at least Central Time here, 9 a.m. Central Time, I'm going to automatically start covering the live blog that they're going to be having on here. And it'll probably be a lengthy show because I imagine they're going to be drawing all this out, but it'll be an excellent time for us to talk about it, speculate about it. I'll have Twitch running off on the side, so if there is any updates, I can screen capture, pop it over, or we could be watching it and talking about it together. So tomorrow morning, I'll probably start the show at about 8:50 a.m. Central Time here. That way we can already be talking about it, and I know that's really early for some people. So if you miss it, that's okay, because we're going to save this video, put it up on YouTube, and you'll be able to join us for the live show later. But the main bulk of everything is going to be happening around 9 a.m. Central Time, and it's probably going to be about 30 minutes long, maybe 45 minutes long. I imagine that they're going to draw it out for that hour. They've done stuff like that in the past with some of their other preview shows, that they'll give you a little bit now, and then they'll let it settle for a little bit, let people get excited, and about 15, 20 minutes later, hey, bam, here's your next one. So we're going to be staying live that whole time. So if you've got some painting projects or you're doing some house cleaning for husband or wife, hey, it's perfect time to do it. Then you can run back over and we're like, oh my God. You guys have probably been with me on a couple of my live shows when we've seen stuff like this, and I get super happy and giddy. I'm like a kid in a candy store on a sugar high, and it's giving free toys. I mean, just get super excited about stuff like this. So good morning, Epion. Happy Friday. Hoping you're having a good Friday. I'm hoping everybody's having a good Friday. I understand that the situation is bad out there, or at least disruptive. Hopefully none of our viewers are suffering from any of the effects. I really do hope that. I don't want anything bad to happen. So we will keep watching the Warhammer community page for any other updates. I want to talk about Adepti-can't real quick here. Actually, a little bit lengthier than just real quick. Adepti-can't, expect some updates today. Not necessarily on the show, or if they're going to be doing the show later on in the year like they were talking about, but they are working with the other distributors and other game companies, the exhibitors, to showcase whatever it is that they were going to be showing off at Adepti-can't. So there's probably I'll definitely watch the Facebook page. I'm going to cover that here in just a second. They're going to basically work with some of those companies that are not doing their own version. So like Games Workshop, they've got their own show taken care of, but some of these other smaller channels or these smaller companies don't have the video production capabilities or the clout, whatever that Games Workshop has. So Adepti-can't is going to be working hand in hand with them to make this happen. So it'll be very interesting to see what is coming today. Unfortunately, we don't have a schedule. So I would say when you have a chance every hour, every other hour, just go ahead and jump onto the Adepti-can't page or at least the Facebook page, because it looks right now like a lot of the stuff they're talking about is, hey, go to Facebook for the latest update. And it's because it's a lot easier for them to update on there. They don't have to go in and do any web browsing or web stuff, any site building. Gosh, why can't I get the terminology out there? They basically don't have to fiddle with their website. It's easier for them just to copy, paste, upload to Facebook. So, in fact, we're going to go jump over here to Facebook, and we already have a couple things. Well, this one was this was yesterday. Steamforged Games, they do God Tier is one of their newer games. They also do Guild Ball, another miniature company. Really cool miniatures, really interesting games. Guild Ball is really popular. I would take a look at their live stream that they're going to be having on today. I think one of them has actually started 9 a.m. Central Time. Yeah, some Q&A. So if you are a Steamforged fan, jump on there and follow the link, watch it. And if you aren't able to watch it because you're at work, especially if you're an essential employee, guys, just watch it later. But just pay attention that your favorite games are probably going to get some updates today. I'm going to pass over at least one thing here. Black Knight Enterprises, they are going to be having a special Adepti-can't deal right now. So if you are needing some supplies or anything for your airbrushing, they've got a bunch of discounts. You can just follow the link. It'll take you there. Also, the Death Ray Designs, if you've not seen their laser cut terrain, they have some really awesome terrain. They're having the Adepti-can't sale right now, 25% off store-wide or site-wide. That is awesome. That is really cheap deals. So it's a good chance or a good opportunity for you to jump on and secure yourself some terrain. A lot of the terrain, I would say, is 40K related. They do have some fantasy terrain and terrain for Infinity. So definitely give it a look over. You'll probably find something. And at 25% off, I mean, dude, that's... Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. Steamforged update there. So today there's going to be 2 different videos. There's going to be 2 more tomorrow and 2 more on Sunday. So this is something you're going to see reoccurring with a lot of companies. And Adepti-can't is going to be doing their best to alert everybody that since they can't do Adepti-can't, they're going to at least keep you updated, at least on their Facebook page. No idea about the web page, how often it'll get updated. I have a feeling, though, like I said, they're just going to sit there and redirect you to the latest on Facebook news. So just pay attention to Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, don't know what to tell you. Epion says, thanks for the info with the miniature market discounts. I passed on to friends for D&D minis. I'm trying to get rid of stuff, not buy more. Same here. I've been getting rid of stuff at local gamer flea markets, trying to divest myself of overload of games, and I still have a couple more I need to get rid of. In fact, I'm probably going to hold on to that because I've been wanting to do a contest here on the channel. In a way, to kind of solicit, maybe not solicit is the right word, but garner or gain some likes, some new viewers for both the Twitch and YouTube. So I'm trying to think about the best to do it because I also have to ship this stuff out if you are not local. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. And see, what product that's still new in box I actually want to give up, because I've got a lot of product. I'm just not sure if I want to give it up. So it's I know I need to get rid of it, but I just have a hard time. It's like, oh man, what if I could still use this model later on down the line? This model that I've had in this box for a year and a half now, that I haven't found a reason to use it yet. In some cases, some of that stuff has been sitting in there for about a year and a half. Epion, like, Epion, I'm right there with you. Bought into too many games I just don't play. Starting to drown in plastic. Same here. I'm doing my best to clear off my shelf. So having a contest, at least on my end, I can't help you out, Epion, but having a contest here to get this product out there so we can get some more views. You scratch our back, we scratch your back, and I think that's going to be a really awesome thing that we can do. I've got Infinity, GW, Steam Forge games. I got Magic the Gathering. So much different product I would love just to get rid of. So I'm going to work on that. I meant to work on it at the beginning of the year, and I dropped the ball on that. My apology. Anyways, let's, instead of me talking about that, trying to clear out Narnia, which is what I call my spare room, by the way, that it's just full of stuff. Here we go. We just got another update. Whoa, gosh darn. I don't know what's going on with Facebook today. I don't know if you guys have experienced any problems with Facebook. I've been experiencing some issues. So it looks like Squad Marks. I'm not familiar with that company, but you know what? We'll click on it real quick here before we continue on. Looks like they got store sale, new product launch today. So, doesn't look like their website is working. Maybe they got overloaded because everybody's rushing to get it. All right, so I'm going to move on. We'll come back to Adepti-can't in just a moment. Atomic Mass Games. This is your Marvel Crisis Protocol. Just hold on. We're getting to more stuff here in a little bit, guys. The Marvel Crisis Protocol, they're still hit with everybody else. They're not going to be able to release stuff until May. I want to say it was May 14th. I could be wrong on that information. Regardless, they're like every other game company. They're going to be experiencing these delays. It sucks. However, today we're getting our second Ultimate Encounter. This is a free upgrade or free game mode for multiplayer that they've been giving out. This is one of the two that I said was coming. You actually probably heard it here first. I got wind of this about a month ago, and I passed it on. There's going to be an Ultimate Encounter with the Hela. That's not happening right now, and the Incredible Hulk. Real quick overview, the Ultimate Encounters is basically one person takes the role of the Ultimate Encounter. In this case, it's going to be the Incredible Hulk, and you're going to play against multiple players. And the Hulk gets boosted up, and your players have to, between you and your opponents, basically have to, whatever the objectives are for the scenario, whoever scores the most or meets objective criteria is going to win the game. The last one we had was Ultron Master of Metal, and a lot of people lose to Ultron because they don't play the scenario. So play the scenario. This one, it's going to be the Incredible Hulk, like I had reported on. I'm really happy that it was an odd source that I picked up, and I'm very happy that source it's legit. It was accurate. So I'm going to give him at least one more shot, and that if that individual is right again, then that will I'll be really happy that it wasn't just a lucky guess. Anyways, so the Incredible Hulk is going to be fighting against gamma-powered villains and heroes, and it'll be really interesting to see. Now, so you're going to get the scenario for free. You're going to get the new Ultimate Encounters Hulk card for free. So, you'll have to print it off and everything, but you don't have to buy anything if you already have the models. So it's a great way to go ahead and get a multiplayer mode with a basic, for free. So, that's really awesome. I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy with how they're doing Marvel Crisis Protocol. It's becoming more and more in depth, and it is, like I said before, it is a truly competitive game, ladies and gents. It is definitely a challenging game, especially if you're used to playing Warhammer 40,000, Warcry, Kill Team, Age of Sigmar, um, Malifaux, Wild West Exodus, any skirmish level game. Also, it is definitely along those lines, but it's a lot more challenging in my opinion. All right, so I'm going to move on from that because I know some people don't like um, hearing me. I've actually been told, please don't talk about Marvel Crisis Protocol. We know that you love it, but we don't like it because they don't like comic books, which is really weird. But whatever. Everybody's got their own flavor. So War Cradle Studios is another one of those. War Cradle, I love MCP too, Nam. War Cradle puts out a bunch of smaller games. So since they're not able to go to Adepti-can't, they are going to release the 2020 promotional model, Theodore Roosevelt. Let's see if we can find a good size picture here. Theodore Roosevelt. If you're not familiar with Wild West Exodus, Wild West Exodus is kind of it's set in the Wild West, but it's got some blends of magic and sci-fi and Weird West supernatural stuff involved. Obviously, because I don't remember Theodore Roosevelt ever riding around on a late Cretaceous period raptor. That's me. Maybe your world history is a little different. My world history did not have him running around on a raptor. But like I said, maybe your world history is a little different. I mean, you can play Abraham Lincoln in this game, so maybe it is true. Maybe it is the thing. Anyways, for a very limited time on March 26th, which is he's available right now. Whoops, my bad. So you're able to purchase him right now. It's I think it's like 20 pounds or 17 pounds. So it's probably about $20, 22, $25 maybe at most. So it's an excellent opportunity for you to get a event only model that you normally cannot get a hold of. If you're like me, that I can't get to an event, I get frustrated because I really want those event models. This is, an opportunity for you to secure it if you are a fan of the game. They did mention that last year's model is going to be available later on. So this is another, like I said, guys, you're going to be seeing a lot of that today, especially through the Adepti-can't webpage or Facebook page and maybe their webpage, that a lot of these companies are going to be putting out their product with discounts and specials, especially stuff like what War Cradle just showed, where, hey, if you want this limited edition model, why is this Facebook page not working? These limited edition models, they're going to be available for probably a very limited time, so don't pass it up. Also, I've been doing a very bad job of promoting Creature Caster. We are partnered with them, and I apologize to them and you all for that. Creature Caster, if you're not familiar, they're based in Canada, but they also have the painting side that makes all the paints. Jen and Jason, they do all the painting parts for Creature Caster. So it's kind of with the Monument Hobbies. So it's kind of a blend of the two. They've joined forces to create one company. So recently they've come out with a whole bunch of new paints. I think it's 4, 5, 6, 7 new paints, and they've redone some of their paints with a new bottle and some new mixtures. They've got new brushes, and they've got a host of new models. I'm not going to go through all of them because unfortunately some of those models are already out of stock, or they were waiting for the Adepti-can't to kick off to make these models available. Well, you know what? We might as well go ahead and look. We've got a few minutes here. So give them a look over. They're some of the best painted models. You can actually go on to Twitch and go to Creature Caster and watch Jen and Jason. They'll actually interact with you, especially if you have any questions about painting techniques. The two of them will get on there and they'll chat with you guys, especially if you're a subscriber. So lots of new models coming out. This is the Lord of Sacrifice. Let's see if we can get, I mean, this is These models are exceptionally exquisite. I mean, just absolutely bonkers, crazy good. Especially if you are a demons or chaos player and you're looking for something different than what everybody else is going to have. They definitely are the place to go. Especially if you like female demons. I might like female demons. Um, Anyways, they've got stuff for pretty much all the different type of chaos gods. They've got this whole new line of smaller models, so you can make your heralds on 40 millimeter bases, from Nurgle to Ruin to Ecstasy to Onslaught. They've got this brand new Death Elemental that I'm going to pull up. They've got, it's 9 new paints. Sorry, 9 new paints. And if you're part of the creature core, if you are all signed up and everything, you earn these creature coins for every purchase that you can use to purchase something later. So let's take a look at this Death Elemental. I mean, and there's multiple weapon options, by the way. This is just effing phenomenal. I mean, I love this already. Definitely has kind of a futuristic vibe, but you can see that, who doesn't like Demon Ladies, Grandpa? Definitely a sci-fi looking scythe there. Or you could have the big, whatever, stick of destiny that is. I mean, just awesome. They got a sword too. This is great. So, I mean, look at the detail that you're getting on these models. You can make some absolutely awesome looking demon princes or greater demons, whatever it is that you want to do for your particular army. Or if you're like me, just like to collect models and build and paint, this is it. I mean, even look at the arch that he's coming out of. Look at the bodies all blended and molded in there. Absolutely awesome. The level of detail is crazy, and they even give you a nice size there. So your average 28 millimeter model, you can see how big these are. That's about a 1.5 inch model versus the 9 inch. 9 inch, yeah, 5, 6. It's about 6 inches. Sorry. So huge model. So something to pay attention to, ladies and gents. I might do another show later on reviewing Adepti-can's main page, mainly because they've got more and more updates coming. I just want to make sure you guys are covered with their product releases today, and any of their news stories. So watch their webpage, watch their Facebook page. Tomorrow morning, we are definitely going to be covering Games Workshop's live preview. We're going to start here at 8:50 a.m., maybe 8:55 a.m. Central Time. I want to give a little bit of a time to everybody to be able to log in, get situated, get your coffee, your donuts, your breakfast bars, whatever it is that you're eating, and just kind of get settled in, and then we'll dive right into the previews live. And like I said, I'll have the Twitch feed up and running off to the side, at least for me to watch. And then if just in case there's something new and exciting, since that's going to be going on about 15 minutes prior to the live blog on Warhammer community page, is what we're going to be covering. So we'll be able to do both at the same time. And we are going to be going absolutely crazy bonkers, excited about this. I'm really stoked. I want to hit the fast forward button and get to tomorrow as fast as possible. But can't. Got to get through the rest of today. Got to go job hunting, the whole works. So tomorrow morning, it's going to be a good morning. Watch today for your updates from Adepti-can't and your favorite games. And make sure you guys, if your shop, your local game store is open, please do reach out to them. See if they've got like curbside buying and all that kind of stuff, so you can help them out. Because they are suffering, probably, especially the smaller businesses, they're going to be suffering more than the big box stores. So please help them out. If you happen to be here in Houston, I want to recommend that you guys go to a local bakery. Totally, it doesn't. I know it's not gaming, but they held a gaming event there at the bakery. It's called Sweets in the Sky. Absolutely the best sweets that you can imagine. I had some of their cupcakes, and I hate going to stores like Nothing But Bunt or even the grocery store and getting their cupcakes because they're like really chock full of sugar. And I mean, overly sweet, using a lot of Western style of basically this sugar overload, which and sometimes that's awesome, but they really overdo it. So, what this store I found out have done, because I had to ask what the deal was with their ingredients, why everything was so moist and it wasn't a sugar overload. It just there was a wonderful texture to it and wonderful flavor I wasn't even expecting. Essentially, they use premium ingredients, but you're not paying premium prices for these cupcakes. By the way, I think I got half a dozen for $15, and they were like monster, like baseball size or a little bit bigger. Actually, at like two baseballs, cupcakes. Anyways, the baker, the chef, the cook, who are let's just call it let's say the chef. That's easier to say. She blends the Asian style of making sweets, so a lot less sugar, a lot more flavor and texture, but a lot less sugar. If you've ever eaten like Chinese or Japanese type sweets, so a lot less sugar versus the Western side, which is just like, hey, here's here's some fruit flavoring to go along with all that sugar. So it's a wonderful blend, a happy medium between the two. So your teeth aren't hurting, you're not wired from sugar overload, and you're getting some like really tasty treats. I don't get anything. I want to just say right now, I don't get any kickbacks or anything from them. I'm going to pull up their webpage, Sweets in the Skies here in Houston, Texas. Their food is just, so good. A dozen cupcakes for $38, and this is premium stuff here, guys. Premium food. This is not like going to your grocery store or the local bakery that just doesn't know how to do things right. So if you happen to be here, jump on their Facebook page, jump on Yelp, whatever, give them a shout out. I don't know if they deliver out of state. I seriously doubt it, but yeah, you could at least ask. I know they do wedding cakes because a friend of mine, there was a wedding that was happening, and they ended up changing the wedding cake, what they wanted. So the wedding cake was already made, the old one, the other version. So they bought the wedding cake, and it was like three different types of cakes stacked on top of each other, and it was so effing good. So Sweets in the Sky, if you're here in Houston, give them a try. I doubt you're gonna regret it. Tell you what, especially Mother's Day's coming up. If you're sitting here in the quarantine and you're just like, F me, I need to do something. I need something different food wise, or I want to make my boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, aunt, uncle, grandma, mom, dad, whatever. You want to make them happy, dude. Snag it up. I don't know if they'll do anything by saying, hey, FNP Wargamers, John over there talk to us about it. They might give you something. I don't know. I'm not saying they're going to give you a discount, but at least tell them that we passed you on to them, and that we appreciate their confections. I think that's the term. Anyways, so I know that's not gaming related, but in a way it is, because we are gamers and we love our sweets, our caffeines and our sweets. So at any rate, I've already gone on longer than I intended. I will keep you guys updated on our Facebook page if there's anything else related with Adepti-can't and any of their new products or anything that's going to be released today, sneak preview. Make sure you tune in tomorrow morning at about 8:50. Let's just say 8:50. Let's say 8:50. Yeah, 8:50 a.m. Sorry, I keep saying that. 8:50 a.m. Central Time is what I'm going to start our live show for the Games Workshop preview. And then we'll watch it all together, like I said. So tune in tomorrow. We'll watch together. and we'll be super excited and like screaming like girl and everything like that. Anyways, you guys have yourself a wonderful day, and I hope you guys are being nice and safe. Make sure you help out your local store. Wash your hands. You guys know what's going on. I don't think I have to keep kicking the dead horse. Anyways, you guys have yourself a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Be safe. Be well.